So I've come up with a new slogan for Switzerland. Maybe the tourist board will take it up. Switzerland, the original Brexit. You like it? Well, Switzerland never really joined the European Union. There's a big difference between not joining something and leaving it, right? There's the difference between not boarding a plane and changing your mind at 30,000 feet. Opening the hatch going, fuck visiting Nana in Spain, it's too crowded in here! I've made a huge mistake! Well, some people might argue that the European Union is not perfect, it's not a perfect system, maybe it's a plane doomed to crash anyway. But then again, jumping out of a crashing plane with no parachute is a bit like leaving a single market with no trade agreement. I see what I did there. Thank you very much for that lovely clap. Switzerland's famously neutral, right? We all know this, it's a neutral country. It's neutral in the war. Got a lot of shit for being neutral in the war, for not picking a side. But then again, if your country's only means of defence is a flick knife with a corkscrew, you'd be neutral too. Switzerland's role in the war was a bit like, you know when a fight breaks out outside a pub? Switzerland's the guy who looks after everyone's wallets and keys until it's done. Hold on to this until you're done. Many people that know Switzerland throughout the war had planned for an invasion. It was always Hitler's plan to take Switzerland on the way back from Russia, right? So Switzerland had a long time to prepare. What they did, and most of you will know this, they tunnelled through the Alps. A massive maze of tunnels and bunkers, like Swiss cheese, you know, smelly in there. And they would have, the plan, there's like fake mountain walls, you know this, like there's fake chalets with anti-aircraft guns going out. Growing up here, we used to do school trips, you know, visit it and play a fun little game called Spot the Fake Chalet. It's not very hard, it's just the ones where the windows are just crudely painted on. But, what they would have done is 200,000 soldiers would have retreated into the Alps, into the Réduit, as they called it, right? Leaving all women and children behind, by the way. There's no bad space force. And it would have detonated all the bridges and tunnels. So part of me would have loved to have seen it as a showdown. It would have been amazing. Could you imagine Hitler actually invading Switzerland, right, and turning up and saying, "Where in the Goebbels is everyone?" Just deserted villages, just toddlers roaming the streets. The occasional woman painting on windows in a chalet. And then all the bridges and tunnels would go. Right, and then the mountains would have opened up and gone. And then Hitler would have been like. And then through the smoke, Swiss James Bond would appear going, "Consider yourself neutralized." I may or may not be right to speak about it. No, I left Switzerland when I was about 16, because when I decided I wanted to have a career in comedy, that's when I left.